Tony D and Little Joan, and this is a screenwriter's rant on 3 trailers, and I am really scraping the bottom of the barrel here. I'm looking for movies and things to look at. The first is, I can't even pronounce this, a toile. The next is called Dead Male, and the third is called the Eternaut. Let's take a look. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books. Links in the description. Comedy horror in South Jersey. It's the Pineys books 1 through 17. Available at Amazon.com. Don't forget, Kindle Unlimited is free. Etoli or Toily is about ballet, and I'm already out. So the premise is there's a New York ballet and a Paris ballet, and in order to mix things up, they send the dancers to each other's ballet schools to learn and perform, and wackiness ensues. But what kind of wackiness? Well, ballet wackiness, I guess. I don't know who this is for. This was based on a true story. About performers and their egos, but it's ballet. I just assume all these people have tremendous egos. Look, this is niche. It just happens to be that it's fancy niche. This is just as niche as, say, Star Wars or Star Trek or, any of the geek stuff. It's just that this has a better reputation. You could say it's older. Oh, it's a series. God, you mean there's more than 90 minutes of this? Starts April 24th. If you love ballet, I guess. There are people who love dance. Ladies, I'm sure you'll enjoy it. God, I couldn't think of anything worse to watch, quite frankly. This looks boring as F. So no 3-act breakdown since it's a series, but it's going to be the New York guys in Paris being fish out of water, and the Paris guys in New York being fishes out of water and getting bent out of shape because they do things differently, and it just goes back and forth like that, I guess. An epic swap so the show can go on from the creators of The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. I hear they're good. I hear that show's good. But, yeah. I think this is for the ladies. I think we can safely assume. All right, next up is Dead Male. Kind of a low-budget horror from Dread Central. Pretty simple presentation. Premise. Sorry. There's a crazy guy. He's got a dude trapped in his basement, and one day the dude gets out. He gets to the mailbox, and he drops in a letter before the guy can stop him. From the producer of Barbarian and Late Night with the Devil, Joan. Let's get, speaking of devil, here's my little devil. There you go, Joe. So he gets out, gets the message into the mailbox, and now the killer or psycho or whoever he is, he's trying to get the letter back before it's opened. And mailboxes, they're actually pretty tough to get into sometimes. Highly illegal to break into them. So he's got to be very careful. That's a federal crime. He gets caught doing that. Cops will definitely stop him. So they eventually get the letter, and there's some postal investigator that's on his trail, and so can he save the guy who's trapped? Here's the postal investigator, and I'm not sure what's going on here. Guess he has him working on a keyboard. So it's called Dead Male. That looks okay. It's a little low budget, but kind of interesting. I do like horror. So first act, dude's trapped. and breaks free just long enough to send out his letter. And the psycho dude drags him back in, punishes him. Now he's got to figure out how to get the letter back before everybody discovers what the deal is. And I think it takes place in the past. I want to say like the 80s. But the letter gets to the post office. The postmaster general's on his tail. And will he figure it out and free the guy, or will the guy suffer more? And it's a Shudder movie, so it could have a crazy ending. It could have an ending like he just goes back to being trapped in the basement, and that's the end of the movie. I don't know. That would be kind of a cool ending. It would be a different ending. You know, the bad guy gets away with it. I would probably see something like this. Here is the write-up. An ominous bloody help note finds its way to the desk of a seasoned dead letter investigator at a 1980s, oh, there you go, Midwestern post office. As he begins to piece together the letter's origins, it leads him down a violent, unforeseen path to a kidnapped keyboard engineer and his eccentric business associate. This is April 18th. I'm going to have to watch this. What's it on? Oh, it's on Shudder. Okay, during its halfway to Halloween. And finally, there's this, it's a foreign film on Netflix called The Eternaut. Weird name. But Netflix is pretty good with picking up foreign films. This is definitely a foreign film. I think it takes place in, I want to say, Brazil, Sao Paulo. And the premise is a snow falls that's completely so toxic that it kills on contact. So before people figure that out, a lot of people die, obviously. And now one man is trying to get to his daughter and find her. And during the course of the movie, he has to do things like this. He's confronted by a bunch of guys with guns, and then he takes that stool, throws it through the window, and puts on a mask, basically a plastic bag. And then the snow comes in and I assume kills these guys, or they can't chase after him. So, pretty badass, I would say. Kind of badass. And then it becomes more routine. People going out, you have to wear this mask. The mask slips, you're screwed. And people trying to survive. Well, he's trying to find his daughter is the main thrust of the thing. I would check it out. It starts very light with some guys playing cards or something, and then it goes dark almost immediately. The Eternaut. I don't know what that refers to. So first act, they're playing cards, and then this disaster hits, and anyone who goes outside is dead unless they cover up. Second act, he eventually decides he has to go save his daughter. He gets all suited up, goes outside, and is trying to get to his daughter. On the way, he's confronted by other guys who's figured out the same thing, and they're up to no good. I'm not sure why. It has something to do with an alien invasion. And he spends the rest of the movie trying to get to his daughter. Third act, I suspect he gets to her. Let's read the write-up. After a deadly snowfall kills millions, Juan Salvo, it's not San Paulo, it's Juan Salvo, and a group of survivors fight against a threat controlled by an invisible force, based on an iconic graphic novel written by Hector G. Osterheld and illustrated by Francisco Solano Lopez. I don't remember this one. April 30th. So this is all coming out in April. It's not a bad premise. Okay, how would I rank these? 1, 2, 3. We got the Eternaut, Dead Male, and the ballet one. Well, on the bottom, obviously, the ballet. I have no interest in ballet. This looks... And look, ladies, you may like it because you love dance, but it looks boring to me. It looks boring, so boring I could barely finish it. That's how boring it was to me. But I'm not knocking its quality. It looks well produced and everything, but yeah, I can't. I absolutely can't. So that's on the bottom for me. Number 2 would probably be the Eternaut because it's not in English and it'll be hard to understand. I kind of like it. I think I would watch it. It's on Netflix. I may very well check it out. Looks decent. I don't know if you could sustain this premise for 90 minutes. Kind of hard to. I'm glad you're not doing it as a series. And finally is Dead Male. Dead Male's right up my alley. The 1980s, and it's a horror movie. Solid enough premise, doggy. Very nice and simple, meat and potatoes kind of movie. My kind of film. I like it a little rough around the edges, right, doggy? Right, doggy. Oh, yes, you'll like it so much. We'll watch it together, maybe. Oh, won't that be nice? I'll have popcorn, and you won't have any because you can't eat popcorn. Anyhow, that's it for me, Tony D and Little Joan. Check me out tomorrow at the Addison at Lindsay Place. That's in Pennsville. It's for the residents and their families, but my talk there. But if you want to go, you can maybe call the place and see if they allow outsiders. Some places do, some places don't. This weekend, however, I'll be at Cape Con in Sea Isle. That's from 10 to 4. And then Sunday, I'll be in Ocean City Con from 10 to 4. And then the live stream at 7. Hope to see you there. We'll see you tomorrow.